Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Sahar. I am a 1L at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, and I would love to have you as a subscriber. I will also link my social media down below if you would like to follow me elsewhere. But today's video is going to be a law school weekend in my life. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I thought it'd be fun to show you guys how I manage my time over the weekends, kind of what I do, and also a glimpse into the social aspect of law school as well. Today is October 22nd, and I'm going to a Halloween party tonight, so I thought it would be fun to share how I am productive over my weekend, but you definitely have time to have some fun in law school as well. It is currently 10:21 a.m. I've been up since 8:30. I slept in a little bit because I was very tired from the week, but I've been working for the last hour and a half on my open memo research. So we have our research assignment due on Monday, and we basically just have to have a certain amount of cases and explain how we are going to use them. So I'm pretty much all done with that. I have more cases than is required, just in case she says a couple of them won't work. I have backups, so I feel pretty good about it, and I think tomorrow I'm just going to go in and do some final edits on the citations and make sure all of those are correct, make sure my pin sites are correct, all of that, and then I will turn it in tomorrow night. But for now, I am done working on that assignment. I think I'm going to move on to studying for my torts quiz. So we have torts quizzes after every chunk of material. They're not graded, but they are a really good opportunity to kind of see where you're at, test your knowledge. It also gives you the class average on the quiz, so you can see where you are compared to the rest of your class. And yeah, I'm going to study for that because I like taking them closed note because our final exam is closed note. I like to kind of see exactly how I would do on the exam if I took it right now. I made flashcards last night for breach and duty for negligence because that is what the quiz is about. This hurt my hand so much because there's so many flashcards. There's just so much information, so many little exceptions to everything in torts. So it took me a while, but I'm glad I was able to get that done. So I'm going to just sit here for the next hour and study these flashcards and make sure I know all the rules, all the exceptions, all the jurisdictional splits, things like that, because I'm going to be taking my quiz tomorrow. So I want to have a solid hour or two of studying in today before I go into that. So that's what I'm going to do for the next hour, but I haven't eaten breakfast yet, so I think I'm going to do that first. You guys already know I'm about to go make some oatmeal, but yeah. I hope you guys are excited. I'm really excited for this weekend. I feel like it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be really productive. I also have plans tomorrow for dinner with a friend, so I'm just showing you guys how you can still make time to have fun in law school, and it doesn't have to be all stress and work and no play. So that's all for now, and I will talk to you guys later. It's now 1:30. I just finished meal prepping, and I also ate some lunch. I just made some sweet potato with onions and lettuce, tomatoes, hummus, and I was gonna put avocado, but I forgot, but I will add avocado to the other meal prep boxes the morning of, so they don't go bad. But yeah, it was really good. I also added some creamy sriracha sauce on top. It was delicious. I'm now gonna sit on the couch and do some work on my iPad. I want to do my torts reading for Monday, as well as look at the examples and explanations for property. I really want to go over estates today. So I think I'm going to do that first and then do the reading, because I don't know, I feel like learning about estates right now. So I'm going to do that. I literally don't know which chapter estates are in. Estates and present interest. So I'm going to read this, do some practice problems in here, and hopefully that'll help with my understanding of estates a little bit, get a good review in, and then I will do my torts reading, and then I will update you after. I just finished going over some of the examples and explanations for estates. I finished the chapter and I did the example problems, and I did pretty well. There were definitely a couple things I missed, and just shows that I need to review more, but good thing I'm nowhere near final season, so I have plenty of time to do that. So I feel really good about that. I'm glad I got that done. I still have to do my torts reading, but I think I'm gonna go shower. I was gonna go to the gym today because I have to wash my hair, so I figured why not, but I'm really, really sore from my workout yesterday. Like, I can barely walk. I did a leg day yesterday, so I think I'm going to just take the day off and let my body kind of heal, and then we'll get back to the gym tomorrow. So I'm going to go shower, wash my hair, because I want to give it plenty of time to air dry before we do my costume tonight. I don't know if I've said this, but I'm gonna do some really cool clown makeup. I'm so excited. I haven't done fun makeup in so long. I just can't remember the last time I did not just normal everyday makeup. I'm so excited. I think it's gonna be so fun, but it is gonna take me a while, so I'm going to shower right now and prep my hair and my face for all of that. Well, hello there. So clearly I'm in my costume, which is literally just a black dress, but I did creepy clown makeup. I hope this is enough for tonight. I really didn't feel like buying a costume. I figured I would just do something funky, but yeah, I'm excited. It is currently 6:12, starts at 7. I am going to eat dinner and then head out. So I'll probably film some clips at the party, probably just on my phone because I'm not gonna bring my camera. But yeah, I also feel like I have to fix these buns because this one feels like it's a lot lower on my head than this, but whatever. Yeah, I can't get over how I look right now. Like, I look kind of ridiculous, but should be fun.
Dean Landrum is the sober event.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. It is currently 8:37 and I'm about to get started on some work. I think I'm going to do my crim reading for Tuesday because we have a lot of reading next week and I don't want to be doing all of it tomorrow night. So I'm going to get started on that. But I had a lot of fun last night. It was great. I actually managed to take some clips. It was I feel like I should win the YouTuber award for that because I hate vlogging in public, but I got that done. But I did that, and then I came home. I didn't stay out too late or anything. I was in bed by midnight. So having fun, but still running on my grandma clock. I woke up at 8 a.m. this morning and I've just been kind of chilling. I made my coffee, so I'm going to sip on this. I'm going to plan out my day a little bit and kind of see what's on the agenda. and get started with that crim reading. So I thought it would be interesting if I showed you guys kind of how I'm briefing cases now versus when I started the semester, because I've started book briefing, so I just kind of highlight and make notes in the margins of my casebook and just read over the highlighted parts before every class to refresh my memory. And I feel like this adequately prepares me for class, and it also saves me so much more time. I definitely won't be doing this next semester for constitutional law and civil procedure, because in those two classes, cases are very important. So I will be doing full case briefs and writing everything down on my OneNote. But for this semester, the cases aren't really as important. We just kind of need to pull out the rule, and I feel like this gets me to where I need to be. So I don't need to remember like specific facts of any cases. So I just read a homicide case. I'm going to show you how I brief that for crim law. So this case is State v. Guthrie. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I start by highlighting the facts of the case. As you can see, I don't really highlight a lot on the page, because if I highlight too much, then it's just pointless and I will be rereading the entire case before class. So I just like to highlight the very, very, very important things that I can read over, and this really helps refresh my memory. For the most part, I'll remember what the case is because I read it very critically and analyze and things like that. So yeah, I have yellow for the facts of the case. This just gives me a brief overview of kind of what happened. And then a lot of times the court will nicely write out the issue. So I will highlight that in this like orangey color. So this one is whether our instruction on murder are wrong and confusing. And then I will use pink to highlight any analysis of the case. So how they basically came to the holding. And this was a pretty short case, so that's why there's not a lot of highlighting going on. I will use this, oh my god, you literally can't tell the difference between these two colors on the camera, but I promise there's a difference. This is like a mint green color, but it's just showing up blue on camera, but I swear they are different. Maybe you can like kind of tell, I don't know. But this is usually the rule that comes out of the case. So I will use this and put it in my outline and in my class notes if it's talked about in class. And that's how I know what like the black letter law is. And then I just use this normal blue color to highlight the holding. So that is kind of my system. Maybe I'll show you guys like a different case. This one was a little bit longer, so there's a lot more like facts going on. And then I kind of messed up because I highlighted this in pink, but it's actually the rule. So I just made a note that it was the rule. A lot more analysis happening, and then the holding. So that's kind of what I typically do. It, again, saves me a lot of time, and this is enough for me to just read over the highlighted parts and remember. I definitely don't recommend just book briefing when you're first starting out law school, because you really do need to understand how to pull the rules and the analysis, the issue, all of that stuff from the case and actually write it down before. I also think that when you start law school, you're probably more inclined to highlight everything because you think everything is important, but the more time you spend in school, the more time you go to class and kind of learn what the professor is looking for, the less you're going to highlight and the easier it's going to be for you to pick out what's actually important. So as you can see, I barely highlight in crim. This is a little bit special of a class because our professor doesn't really focus much on the cases. Like, he will just tell us the facts of the case, and then we will spend the rest of the time kind of in the analysis portion and also just doing random like thought experiments on what if it was like this and all of that. So that is another reason why crim I don't highlight as much. Maybe I will show you guys my torts cases, but even that, like, I really don't highlight because it's just a waste of time and it's not helpful if you're highlighting the entire page. So Recommend doing full case briefs when you first start out law school, but once you get more comfortable with the material, once it's easier for you to actually pick out what's really, really important, then I think you should be good to start book briefing, because it saves so much more time. I'm almost done with my 20 pages of crim reading, and it's only been like 30 minutes. It is definitely a huge time saver. If I was fully case briefing, I think 20 pages would take me almost 2 hours. So it is a significant chunk of my time cut, which gives me more time to review, work my outlines, do practice problems, all of that. So I'm really shifting my gear to studying for finals now and kind of reviewing actively for all of my classes at the end of the week. And readings are just not as important anymore. Now, again, next semester when I'm taking like con law, where the cases are very, very, very important, this strategy will obviously like change a little bit, but for now, I find this is what works for me, and I'm gonna keep doing it. So I have about 4 or 5 pages left of this reading. I just have to read the notes from this case. The notes are very, very important. For our class, we get assigned the notes to read, so we kind of have to read them. But if you don't have the notes assigned and your reading is just the case, I highly, highly recommend reading the note section. It is time consuming and it seems like it's a waste of time, but that is really where you get the best understanding and the real analysis of the law. And I personally just find it so much more helpful than the case itself in learning exactly what we're supposed to get out of the case. So highly recommend doing that. I know it seems like it's a huge time commitment, but it will pay off in dividends when you go to class and you have a better understanding of what's going on, and then obviously during finals. So that was my whole spiel on case briefing, notes, reading, how to approach it, all of that. I'm going to get back to reading, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, it is now 12:30, and I'm about to eat lunch, but you may or may not notice, but my morale, my energy has just suddenly declined because I took my torts quiz, and it did not go as well as I'd hoped. I feel like I did prepare for it, but it's a lot in like a short amount of time to memorize, and we're allowed to use our notes. Like, there's no really like rules or guidance on these quizzes, and they are ungraded. Like, you get your score, but it's just a completion grade, so it's really not that serious, but I like to take them under like real-time exam conditions. I studied a little bit yesterday to try to memorize all of the rules and things like that, and I took the quiz without looking at my notes. So I definitely like did it to myself, but I just didn't do that well as I'd hoped, and that's okay. I'm telling myself it's okay, but I'm obviously like really upset about it. I wish I had done better. I thought I knew more. But this is just like goes to show that I have to study more, and that's totally fine. Still have a long ways to go till finals, so I think I'll be good by then. But it did kind of suck that I didn't know as much as I thought I did. This is just to say that law school is hard, and it's easy to beat yourself up for not doing well, especially on things that like literally don't matter, like this quiz. One of my TAs literally said that he did horrible on every single quiz, and now he's the TA of the class. So like, I know these don't matter, but I'm a perfectionist and type A, and I want to do everything perfectly, which is stupid, but yeah. All right, that's enough rambling. I'm gonna go, and I will talk to you guys hopefully when I'm in a better mood. All right, everybody, it is now 4:30, and I've calmed down a little bit since the last time we chatted. I spent the last couple hours, or maybe more than that, I don't know, but I just spent that time going over the quiz and trying to figure out why I got stuff wrong. And also I went through my entire outline. I also made some flashcards, and overall just worked a lot on torts. I do feel a lot better about it now. There are a couple questions, like I was talking to a friend and there's literally one thing that we just didn't learn, so I'm confused, but I'm going to ask her, like our professor, tomorrow after class to see if she can clear some stuff up and if that is something that we need to know for the exam, because clearly like we haven't learned it. So that's good. And then I'm about to head out in the next like 15 minutes to go to dinner with that same friend. I'm really excited. I haven't had sushi in a very, very long time, so this should be good. It'll help me take my mind off things, and yeah, but I'm going to just clean up a little bit around my apartment because when I get home, I'm going to shower and then start working on my research assignment for my open memo that's due tomorrow. I'm pretty much done with it. I just need to make sure all these citations are correct and then I can go ahead and turn it in. And I also want to do the last bit of torts reading for Tuesday. I was going to do that yesterday and realized that there was part of Monday's reading that I forgot to do, so I did that, and then I did half of Tuesday, so I just want to finish up Tuesday's readings, and then that'll be all for tonight's work. I feel like I've been really productive this weekend. I did hit a little bit of that a slump after taking that torts quiz. I watched a couple episodes of Gilmore Girls, but I was making flashcards during that, so I guess it was productive, quasi-productive, but yeah, I do feel a lot better now. I'm starving though, so I'm gonna go eat some really good sushi, and I will talk to you guys once I'm home. I might vlog a little bit at the sushi place, but we'll see. That's what's important.
This is gonna be so good.
Alright everybody, I just finished my torts reading and I also just turned in my open memo research assignment. So I'm pretty much done with everything for the night and for this weekend. So that concludes this little weekend in my life. I feel like this was very realistic as to how stressful law school can be sometimes and that it's hard, but we will get through it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a wonderful morning or night wherever you are, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!